My name is Dr. Nadia Lopez. I'm an educator and an activist. When I wasn't prioritizing myself, I was submerged in my work. As a principal of a school, I felt that it was imperative that I was always on. I was always available. So whether that was in support of my scholars, my staff, the families of Brownsville, I literally am a functioning burnout. I can keep going until the wheels come off. And so that wasn't healthy. But I did it because I needed to get the work done. What started to happen was I started having digestive issues. For a majority of my career as a principal, I ended up going to a specialist, a gastroenterologist, who basically said, you have developed an autoimmune disease called eosinophilic esophagitis. Without, again, engaging in self-care, in the latter part of my career, I ended up getting kidney disease. Inside, I felt like something is really wrong this time. You can't get out of it. And I remember one day just sitting in my room and I broke down and I cried just simply because I didn't want to die. And if I die, it would be my fault. What am I telling my staff? What am I telling my scholars? And so I couldn't contain it because I felt like I had done this to myself. And so I had to hold that. I didn't show anybody any of it. I didn't call and speak to family. I didn't call any of my friends. I just held it because, you know, especially as a Black woman, you're always supposed to be strong. You're always supposed to be at 100%. And the minute you show a little bit of weakness, everybody else is either looking at you like, what am I supposed to do? Because you're the strong one. I don't even know how to manage and support you. Or on the flip side, it's like, well, you was working so hard, this was eventually going to happen. So either way, I just felt like I just need to sit with this. I just need to process and I need to pray because that's all I got right now. So the best thing that could ever come out of the healing process was therapy. When I went into the emergency room, one of my good friends, Rob Gore, who is the emergency room doctor, was there, and I was literally reading a book, preparing myself for professional development at my school. He looked at me, he said, Nadia, you look like death. I'm not trying to sugarcoat this. I'm not trying to be funny about it, but you literally look like death. So I need you to do, the first thing is put the book away and you need to take a nap. And I was like, Rob, he was like, I won't discharge you unless you take a nap. Then the second thing he asked me was, who's your therapist? And I said, I don't have one because I've been looking for someone, but I want a Black woman. I'm tired of explaining my Blackness, what it means to be a woman, what it means to be a leader, a single mom. I don't feel like explaining my baggage to someone so that they can help support me. Therapy allowed me to unpack. And for the first time, someone saw that. They saw me. And so I was in a safe space to be vulnerable, to say that I wasn't okay. I didn't have to wear a cape in front of her. She understood completely where I was coming from. And the healing started to really happen at that point. I'm flawed like everyone else. And I've always been transparent about things that I've gone through, but it's different when you deal with it from within your soul and you understand how the very things that's been contributing factors to who I've become, this powerhouse, this no-nonsense person, you know, is rooted in some of the most painful, traumatic experiences that anyone can face. And so once that healing started, I became a better mother. I became a better daughter. I became a better friend. And I just became better for myself. We have to come to a point of understanding that when we don't choose ourselves, we literally can be choosing death, right? And it's the death of you physically, it's the death of you emotionally, it's the death of you spiritually. And for me, I experienced all of those things. Like I was at death's door. And all I had was to let go of the control and trying to show up for everyone else and submit myself to saying, I need to get therapy. I need to change my diet. I need to actually eat. I need to go to the bathroom. I need to drink water. I need to do all the things that is a requirement for me to live. And we are not willing to do that for ourselves because of who we are. Like this color that we wear, this skin that I'm in, as beautiful as it is, it comes with a lot of weight, right? And we've been taught that for centuries, to keep going, to endure, to take on. And we can't say no, we can't be tired because we're thinking about the folks who's coming behind us and we're thinking about the people who are in front of us. And at some point we have to stop and say, my black is beautiful. Being a woman is amazing. But in order for me to see me, in order for me to be me, in order for me to still be here, I gotta choose me. And I gotta take care of her. This is my reconstruction period, I say, right? Like who I was, I no longer am that same person. I'm a better version of her. And I love it. I give myself permission for sleep. I give myself permission to say no. And I give myself permission to have grace. For me, love is everlasting. I've experienced it so much when I'm in front of children. Like, I can't tell you what it's like to experience that type of love when they don't care about your flaws. They don't care about what you've been through before you walk through a door. They just see you and who you are and what you bring. And so for me, that's the type of love that I strive for every single day. And even in this healing journey, I had to learn how to do that for myself. It's so important that we love us unconditionally and we recognize that all that we've given, all that we are, all that we provide has to start with us. And so I want you to know that I see you. I see you. Just like I want it to be seen. And if you don't take anything else from my story, just know that you are worth living. You are worth living, and God has created you in such an amazing way that you have to be intentional about stopping, about saying no, and about loving yourself. Because you only have one life, and you can never get that back. So choose you. Choose you.